thanks for clicking on the video. So I'm back here at the Bushcraft camp, at my little Bushcraft Woodlandy setup. I've got a bit of a village going here. I've got the roundhouse, I've got another shelter there, I've got a wigwam, and I've got this log cabin, which was built about 2 years ago, maybe a year and a half ago. I've not really spent much time here, but it's nice to come back here today to see what condition it's in, although we've had a few storms over the last few weeks. So yeah, I've got some food. I'm currently cooking up some food in the skillet, and as usual I've got my dog Amber with me. I've got some food, my axe knife and a saw, and I've just I've just brewed up a cup of tea. So food wise, well, the food I'm cooking today is something that I'm cooking because of people like you that are watching, you people that suggest things in the comment section, recipes, food ideas, suggestions. So thanks to you guys that comment, I'm going to be cooking up what you have commented the most, and that is, I'll tell you a bit later. In the meantime, I'm just going to have a little look around the camp. As I mentioned, we've had a few storms. I'm going to see what repair work that needs to be done. I'm not going to do any repair work today. I'm just going to be here cooking some food. But yeah, stay tuned to find out exactly what it is that I'm cooking in that pan. So the last time I was here, I finished off building this shelter, although I didn't quite manage to finish the door. So I think I'll come back here one day to finish the door. Hello. But yeah, I just wanted to switch up a bit, and I wanted to leave this shelter and go over to the other shelter, because I've got several shelters down here, and it's nice to, you know, not always spend the whole time every time I come down here at the same shelter. So that's why I've just switched up today. Hello. So last time I was here was about 4 weeks ago, and I think I spent 3 days living in this shelter. So 3 days, 2 nights. I cooked up some nice food. I remember, I think I cooked up a steak one night. That was really good. But that was the video where I asked everyone to comment what I could cook in the wood stove. So normally I've got this wood stove, and normally it doesn't, well, the wood stoves that I've had in the past, they don't normally have an oven, whereas this one has an oven compartment, which is why I asked everyone to comment, and a lot of people did comment, and they suggested something that I've never cooked before. So that's why today I've arrived here. I've moved the wood stove from this shelter to the log cabin, and I'm going to be cooking up exactly what you suggested. And I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little shield bug, a little green shield bug right there. And if you're wondering where I found this, well, I just found it here in the woods a few weeks ago. So before we go any further into the video and I reveal what it is I have in the oven, and yes, you probably worked out I'm cooking a pie, but the animal I have, I don't want to say too much. Let's just say that I got it off a hunter in the pub last night. And now I want to talk about this. This is an Anker Powerhouse 757. A lot of people say to me, how do you charge your camera batteries, your lamp batteries, your head torch batteries, or even your mobile phone? How do you do that when you're in the woods for 5 or 6 days at a time? Well, it's things like this. It's got 4 USB ports, it's got a couple of little ports up here, these are USB-C, and it's also got a 12 volt right there. You can get solar panels to charge this, however I don't have those yet. So what I love about these is that they just hold power, they hold so much power. Hit the display, it tells you how much power there is, and it's even got this built-in light, 3 different modes. So that is how I charge my batteries. What I noticed the other day was that it took under an hour for it to complete about 80% of its charge. A lot of these other power banks on the market, they take maybe 5, 6, 7 hours to fully charge. I can even charge my mobile phone, my head torch. It's got 1,229 watt hours. That is just incredible. It's early days, I'm still to use it quite a lot, so you're gonna see it a lot in the videos over the next few months. Again, the great thing is I can charge my camera batteries. You know, I go through about 2, maybe 3 of these a day. It comes with 3 types of charging cable, an AC charging cable, a car charging cable, and also a solar charging cable. It's smooth, it's slick, it's heavy. It's just built to last. We've got USB-Cs right here. One is a 60 watt, one is a 100 watt. So the whole thing is quite heavy. It weighs just over 20 kilos. But that's thanks to the 1,229 watt hour battery. So I just want to say a big thank you to Anker for reaching out and sponsoring this video. You know, I've been a fan of Anker for a long time. They really are, in my mind, and they have been for many years, the leading brand. So this thing, it really is going to change a lot when I go to do a lot more of these videos in the woods, or if I'm at a festival and I need power, if I'm camping. But it's not just that. If you live an off-grid life, or if you have a car or a van that you do a lot of camping in and you need power, check out Anker. I'm going to leave a link below. Go and check out what they have. This is going to sort out all your power needs when you're out in the woods. And with that being said, let's check out the pie. So this is my pie, and you can probably see there's a picture of a bird. Well, there's an outline there. That is a pheasant. Well, it's meant to be a pheasant. So this is the pheasant I got from the chap in the pub last night, and I just thought it'd be a great excuse to come here to the woods to film another video for you guys, and especially those that have commented about cooking up a pheasant pie. So yeah, here we are, moment of truth. Again, I've never cooked a pie in this wood stove before, but it seems like it's worked out fine. Pastry's puffed up, it's nice and cooked. And the great thing about these wood stoves is that they have, well, you can see how hot the oven is because it tells you the temperature of the oven. And that's quite important when it comes to things like pastry, because you don't really want the temperature to fluctuate too much. You want it to be a nice steady heat the whole way through so that your pastry cooks properly and evenly. So it looks like it's cooked. It's been out now for about 2 or 3 minutes. It hasn't caved in like other pastries do when you haven't quite cooked them or baked them enough. But you can hear it's quite crispy. Flaky pastry. Right, moment of truth. Look at that pastry. Wow. And there we have it. There's our fillings. So we've got some pheasant breast. Well, this pheasant breast, you know, when I got home last night, it was too late to gut it and to take the breasts out. So this morning, I'll just show you exactly what I did. So to start off with, I had a whole pheasant and I needed to get to the meat. So I slowly plucked away at the feathers on its breast and then used my knife to just make a small cut, and then I just ripped it open in order to reveal the meat, the breast meat. Now, using a very sharp knife, I carefully removed those 2 breasts. The thing is, this pheasant is so fresh that I didn't need to gut it. It was a matter of just finding the meat, removing the meat, and then I could dispose of the leftover carcass. I didn't just take the breast, but you can see I ended up with these 2 beautiful breasts. Yes, there were a few feathers. I just had to pick those off with my fingers, but I wanted to use everything. I wanted to use pretty much the whole bird. So I went down for the legs and I removed the legs as well. The legs I'm probably going to have tomorrow night. I'm not too sure how I'm going to cook them, but I'll probably cook them tomorrow night. In the meantime, let's tuck in and enjoy this bit of pheasant pie. Hot. Woo, it's very hot. Oh, it's so tasty. The last time I had pheasant must have been like 7 months ago. So much flavour, so tasty. So ingredients wise, when it comes to this pie, again, I'm not really a fan of cooking pies. I don't know why, because they're so tasty. But let's talk about ingredients. So to begin with, I threw in a bit of bacon. They were like bacon lardons. Then I added the pheasant breast meat. And on top of that, I added some sweet potato, shallots, which I chopped, and then some garlic as well. And then to finish off, I added a few peas just before putting the lid on. I also crumbled in a bit of chicken stock and then added some water as well, just to give it a bit of liquid, because the last thing you want is a really dry pie. Wow, here's a bit of the pheasant meat on its own. Lovely flavour. So I'm actually really surprised at how well this pastry has cooked and how evenly it's cooked, because it's not the easiest thing trying to keep a steady temperature with a wood stove. But having used this wood stove quite a few times now, I can definitely say I've got the hang of it. Yeah, this was a great suggestion, so thank you again to whoever it was that commented. Go to the woods and cook a pheasant pie. So this just goes to show that you can cook pastry in a wood burning stove. Again, look how crispy, look how flaky this pastry is. Yeah, I've never done this before. In fact, I haven't really cooked many pies before, but I had to try it in the wood burning stove. The great thing is that you can keep control of the temperature, which is really important when it comes to pastry, because you don't want the temperature to fluctuate too much. Again, thank you so much if you're still watching the video. A big thank you to Anker for sponsoring the video. And I'm going to come back here in a few days time, maybe in a week or so. Do you want to see me camping right here, 24 hours right here in the log cabin? Or do you want to see me 24 hours in the roundhouse, or 24 hours camping in the Viking shelter, in the mini Viking shelter that I built a few weeks ago? The only way to let me know is by commenting below. So comment roundhouse and suggest a food, because it's your suggestions that have made me come back here to cook this. With that being said, if you haven't hit the red button, hit that red button and subscribe. If you like this video, or if there's any part of it that you enjoyed, hit the like button. That's all I ask for. Thanks again. See you next time. Bye bye.